All right, let's jump right into this explainer. Because literally right now, while we're talking, thousands of automated bots are out there jiggling the digital doorknobs of bank accounts all over the world. It's crazy, right? Our finances basically live in our pockets these days, which means convenience is at an absolute all-time high. But yeah, as you might expect, so is the risk. So today, we're going to build a modern fortress around your hard-earned money. Let's get into it. To put things into perspective, we've seen a massive quadrupling, a 4x increase in phishing-related financial losses just in the last few years. We are talking about projections well into the tens of billions of dollars globally. It's a sobering reality for sure. This staggering 4x increase proves we absolutely need better defenses, because we just can't rely entirely on our banks anymore. We've got to take control of our own digital security. To keep this from feeling totally overwhelming, we're going to build your security layer by layer, starting from the outside in. First, we'll cover the modern threat landscape, then beating phishing scams, blocking malicious programs, surviving a security breach, and finally building lasting security habits. Starting with Section 1, the modern threat landscape. Look, we have to know exactly who is storming the gates before we can actually defend the castle, right? So it boils down to understanding your two main enemies. On one side, you've got phishing. Think of this as getting tricked into voluntarily handing over the keys to the castle through fake sites or messages. And on the flip side, there's malware. These are the nasty little programs that sneak onto your devices to steal those keys or even manipulate your transactions totally behind your back. And, attackers have evolved way beyond those clunky, poorly spelled emails we used to get a decade ago. Now, in 2026, scammers are firing off text messages, which is called smishing, putting up fake QR codes, or quishing, and even using AI deepfake voice calls that sound exactly like your bank rep or a family member. It's wild. They mix these tools together to create this intense, blinding sense of panic and urgency. Meanwhile, on the malware front, banking Trojans are sneaking in disguised as, say, a fake prompt to update your PDF reader, or hiding out in bundled pirated software and email attachments. Or, and this one is honestly terrifying, they can hit you through zero-click attacks. That means simply receiving a specially crafted message on your phone can infect it. You don't even have to tap a thing. No way, right? But it's true. Moving on to Section 2, beating phishing scams. Let's focus on securing those outer walls so you can completely neutralize these attacks without needing a computer science degree. If you take absolutely nothing else away from this explainer, please let it be this golden rule right here. Never click on links in emails, text messages, or social media posts that claim to come from your bank. Just treat every unsolicited message as highly suspicious. Manually typing your bank's official address into your browser is literally a game changer. It stops the vast majority of these attacks dead in their tracks. And when you do navigate to your bank, always look for that little padlock icon and carefully read the URL. See, criminals are banking on you rushing. They'll register domains that look incredibly close to the real thing, like secureyourbank-login.com. Taking just one extra second to spot a slightly misspelled domain name, that can literally save your entire life savings. Now, passkeys, these represent the absolute ultimate modern defense mechanism. Instead of a password you have to type out, a passkey is tied directly to your Face ID, your fingerprint, or your device PIN, and because the actual cryptographic secret never even leaves your device to be stolen, it makes your account highly resistant to phishing. The attackers simply can't intercept what isn't being sent. Because, let's be real, not all multi-factor authentication is created equal. Using a password manager combined with passkeys is vastly superior to relying on those old SMS codes. We basically consider text messages low security now, mostly because hackers can trick phone carriers into transferring your number to their device, a nasty little trick called SIM swapping. Authenticator apps are definitely a high security option, but passkeys, they are the absolute highest standard we have right now. All right, Section 3, blocking malicious programs. We've fortified the outer walls, so let's lock down the inner keep of your fortress, your actual devices. Your foundation here is super simple, but absolutely non-negotiable. First, just let your device operating system and your apps update automatically to patch any vulnerabilities. Second, let built-in tools like Microsoft Defender do their thing. They are incredibly effective. And third, please never check your bank balance on some unencrypted coffee shop Wi-Fi unless you're running a VPN to scramble your data. And hey, this vigilance applies to your mobile phone just as much as your computer. Only download apps from official app stores, period. And when you do, really scrutinize those requested permissions. Like a simple flashlight app shouldn't ever need access to your contacts or messages, right? Always check permissions to make sure an app isn't secretly reading your secure banking text in the background. Now, for our focus learners who want that maximum protection, here's an advanced strategy for you. You can isolate your online transactions by using single-use virtual cards for merchants you aren't completely sure about. Add to that the 3-2-1 backup rule for your crucial data. That's 3 copies, 2 different media types, 1 stored offsite. And you'll make yourself practically untouchable, even if some malware does manage to sneak through. Which brings us to Section 4, surviving a security breach. Look, even the best walls can be breached if we make a mistake, so we really need a panic-free emergency alarm protocol ready to go. If you ever accidentally click a bad link or hand over your details, first of all, take a deep breath. Don't panic. Just follow these exact steps in order. First, call your bank directly using the official number right there on the back of your card. Second, change your passwords, but make sure you use a completely clean, different device to do it. And third, run a full security scan on the machine that got compromised. The days right after an incident are absolutely critical. You need to heavily monitor your accounts for any unauthorized activity. And this is key. Meticulously document every single conversation and reference number. Seriously, write it all down. That documentation is going to be your armor when you're dealing with the bank's dispute department or working with local authorities to freeze your credit. Finally, let's wrap up with Section 5, building lasting security habits. We need to turn these one-off tips into a consistent, daily routine. Because security isn't about being perfectly flawless every single time, it's really about consistency. This simple timeline shows you exactly how to build that habit. Every day, just take a quick glance at your transaction alerts. Once a week, spend a few minutes reviewing recent account activity. And monthly, do a super quick audit of your installed apps and browser extensions. Honestly, just seconds a day and a few minutes a month will build an incredibly formidable defense. So here's a question for you. Are your financial defenses relying on yesterday's habits? Because as we've seen, the threats out there in 2026 are highly sophisticated. But the good news? The power to proactively protect your wealth is entirely in your hands. By building up these layers, from verifying URLs to setting up passkeys, you're making it incredibly difficult for attackers to actually succeed. Take these steps today to build your digital fortress. I want to leave you with this final thought. If a hacker targeted your account tonight, would your defenses hold up, or are you leaving the front door wide open? Build those habits today, and for more, visit our website, Fair's Solution.